right? So this is how now copper anode will enter into chemical reaction, right? So instead of these two getting oxidized, instead of either of these two getting oxidized, it's copper anode, right? Copper will start ionizing from copper anode, right? And when copper will ionize, that is copper will, in comparison to these two, copper will start losing electrons, copper will start getting oxidized and will enter into electrolyte, right, in the form of copper ions, right? So this is how we say that electrodes may also take part in reaction, right, in electrode reaction. So based on the nature of electrode, the product obtained would be different, right? So here the nature of electrode is such that the electrode will ionize, right? That is, the anode will ionize in comparison to these two ions, right? So we'll write at anode OH and sulfate, hydroxyl and sulfate ions will migrate, right? But due to nature of anode, which is of copper, right, which is of copper, due to nature of anode, copper will ionize, right, forming copper ions, right, forming copper ions, and that will enter electrolyte, right? So this is very important because this has been asked many times in the exam. Depending on the nature of electrode, right, in this case copper anode will ionize, right, and will enter into electrolyte in the form of copper ions, right? Copper ions will enter into that will enter into electrolyte. Now in this, when platinum anode was used, copper ions were getting consumed, right, and slowly the color of electrolyte, the blue color of electrolyte, was fading due to copper ions migrating to cathode and getting deposited there as copper metals, and slowly copper ions will get finished and electrolyte will turn colorless. But in this case, the same reaction is occurring at cathode, right? Copper ions, right, are migrating to cathode and will deposit in the form of copper metal, right? But in this case, copper ions are moving towards cathode, right, and are deposited as copper metal, but at anode, which is of copper, at anode the reaction that is occurring is this, right? So from this reaction, due to this reaction at cathode, copper ions are moving out from electrolyte and are getting deposited at cathode, but due to the reaction at anode, copper ions are entering into electrolyte, right, from anode, right? So it is due to, so in this case the blue color of copper ions, the blue color of electrolyte which is due to copper ions will not fade. Why? Because for every copper ion that will migrate to cathode and get deposited in the form of copper metal, for every copper ion that is moving to cathode, one copper ion is entering into electrolyte from anode. Since copper ions are entering in electrolyte from anode, the blue color of electrolyte will be maintained, right? So in this case, blue color of electrolyte, right, these are the ions that are present in electrolyte, and blue color was due to copper ions. Blue color of electrolyte will be maintained. It will not fade, because for every copper ion that will discharge at cathode, one copper ion will enter into electrolyte from anode, right? Because anode is getting ionized. It is due to this reaction, right? It's these copper ions that will enter into electrolyte and will maintain the blue color of the electrolyte. So this is important question that would be asked, why the blue color of the electrolyte would not fade when copper anode is used, right? When electrolysis of copper sulfate is done using copper anode and copper cathode, right? The reason is this, because when ions, hydroxyl ions and sulfate ions, that is anions, will migrate to anode, right? But when anions, that is hydroxyl and sulfate, will migrate to anode, due to the nature of electrode, the electrode will lose electrons, right, in preference to anions, that is sulfate and hydroxyl, right? And since copper has high tendency to lose electrons, so copper will enter into electrolyte, right, in the form of copper ions, which will maintain the blue color of electrolyte. So for every copper ion that is moving or migrating to cathode and get discharged there in the form to form copper metal, for every copper ion that is moving to cathode, one copper ion is entering into electrolyte from anode, right? So since anode, now the second thing that we need to consider here is, since anode is ionizing, since anode has entered into chemical reaction, right, in this electrolysis, so we say anode will slowly get consumed. Anode is getting consumed in this case, so we have to replace this anode periodically, right? Why? Because anode is getting used here, because anode is ionizing and slowly entering into electrolyte in the form of copper ions, and the time will come, you will observe that this rod of anode will start becoming thin slowly, right? Why? Because copper is ionizing, copper anode is ionizing and entering into electrolyte in the form of copper ions. So there may be question like, why this copper anode will start becoming thin as the electrolysis of copper sulfate proceeds using copper anode, right? And the answer is still this will remain the same, that copper anode, due to the nature of electrode, right, copper anode will lose electrons and enter into electrolyte to form copper ions, and due to this reaction, copper anode will slowly get consumed in the reaction and has to be periodically replaced, right? So in this reaction, I'll just note it here, that copper anode will get consumed, right, will get consumed slowly and needs replacement. Right? What is the reason for this, that it's getting consumed? Copper anode will get consumed in this case, right? Consumed and slowly, and needs replacement because anode has entered into electrode reaction. Due to which it will ionize and enter into electrolyte in the form of copper ions, right? So this is how anode will get consumed, right? Because anode has entered into chemical reaction here, so anode is losing electrons and entering into electrolyte as copper ions. So we have two things here due to anode getting ionized or anode entering into electrode reaction. The first thing is it will maintain the blue color of copper sulfate, or it will maintain the blue color of electrolyte, right? Because for every copper ion that is getting deposited at cathode, one copper ion is entering into electrolyte from anode. And the second thing is you will see that this copper anode, the metal rod of copper anode, will start becoming thin slowly. Why? Because it is getting consumed in the reaction. Due to this reaction it is getting consumed. Why? Because copper anode is ionizing and entering into solution, right, or dissolving in the electrolyte or solution forming copper ions, right? Since it is dissolving in the electrolyte forming copper ions, so copper anode is getting consumed, right, and needs to be replaced periodically, right? And one more thing, at anode we have said that OH ions and sulfate ions will migrate to anode, but none of these ions are reacting at anode, or none of these ions are getting discharged, and instead of these two, it's copper that is losing electrons and entering into or dissolving into electrolyte in the form of copper ions. So since OH ions and sulfate ions are not reacting, right, these are known as spectator ions, right? So I'll just mention over here OH ions and sulfate ions are called as spectator ions, right? So just take down all these notes, and this electrolysis of copper sulfate is very important because we have, due to these electrodes, what would be the product at anode when platinum anode is used, when copper anode is used, right? And why this copper anode will start becoming thin, right? Why is it getting utilized, right? All this is very important. I hope all this is clear to you. Thanks.